Good afternoon. Greetings. Hello, hello, hello. Peace and love to you all too. What are y'all doing today? Are y'all grilling? Y'all barbecuing? What you doing? Greetings, wisdom. You're relaxing. Good. It's good to relax. Nobody's going to no barbecues today. Everybody's scared of the Rona. Everybody's afraid of the Rona. Nobody's sharing turkey burgers and potato salad and what else? What else you eat when you barbecue? Ribs, some of them pork ribs. Yolanda says she's tired of eating. You're tired of eating. Oh, studying for nursing school. Congrats on that. You got a big test coming up? You say your family is annoying? Salmon burgers. All right. Before you start the topic, what do you think about a 2-week fruit diet? I think that's great. I think fruit diet or the detox, I guess is what you're doing, is a lot more effective if you stay away from bananas. Bananas, if you're going to do fruit, don't do dried fruit. Stay away from the raisins, the prunes, cranberries, the apricot, anything dry. Do not do that. And bananas. If you're truly going to detox off of fruit, just stick to the watery fruit, not the starchy fruit. And you should see some results. Is this for weight? You trying to lose weight? Ain't much to celebrate, but today's the day off. Oh, somebody's doing a seafood boil. Greetings, Kiona. Okay, we got UGC coming through. You teeter-tottering on the scale? What is attainable? Yes, fruits and water for 100 days to came on this stuff. Oh, so you're doing a fruit detox too? Kiona? Cucumbers are a fruit. You know, cucumbers are, cucumber juice is pretty decent. It's not very sweet, so it won't, mess with your blood sugar. So cucumbers are excellent. Anything but those bananas, y'all. The bananas will do you in. I've been eating less meat and more veggies and fruits. Excellent. Excellent. There's absolutely no bananas because of the mucus. Absolutely. Mucus and sugar imbalances. Thank you for the donation. Great to see you again, checking in. All right. So listen, y'all, I came on here. I know it's a holiday time and y'all are probably busy with your families and everything, or maybe not. But I wanted to do this live to sort of address, a lot of the, what is it? I don't want to say backlash, but a lot of the thoughts that a lot of women have about divesting from black men. Because I get a lot of, when I talk about black love, when I even hint to it, there's a lot of anger surrounding that. And a lot of y'all support channels that, you know, whose message is to leave black men alone. I know a lot of you support these channels too. And maybe some of you are not sure of what you should believe. You're really not sure whether you should divest away from black men or not. You're kind of on the fence. You know, they come with the statistics and a lot of tear-jerking stories, a lot of heartbreak stories being passed around, and it just feels like it might be right to just leave black men alone altogether. So my question is to you is, when you do that, what is the solution? Then what? You know, you don't deal with black men, then what? You go seek out white men, non-black men? What do? You prep yourself for interracial dating. You alter your looks, your vernacular, your whole lifestyle to be available for non-black men. Is that the answer? Is that what you want to do? Because I'm criticized for, I guess, for supposedly not telling y'all the quote-unquote truth, which is to leave them alone. And I've always said on this channel, and I'll continue to say, that you have to be careful of all men. A-L-L, all. I don't put one above the other as far as sainthood. I don't feel men in general are capable of sainthood when it comes to relationships with women. I believe, as I have always said, that the morality you enjoy is the morality that you bring. Because most, if not all, men that you've dealt with have had their career, maybe brief or not so brief stint of whoring around, sleeping with women they don't care about, they don't like, they're not attracted to, they don't love, and all that kind of stuff. Most men that you deal with have been in relationships with women they don't like. So then that should tell you right there that, okay, the moral thing is questionable. The morality thing when it comes to men really doesn't go past his money. The only thing men talk about as far as moral, right, fairness is concerned, those terms are wrapped around how much money he's spending, not what he does with his penis. Those are two different things. What he does with his penis is, morality has nothing to do with that. It's his money, who he spends it on, if you're worthy, and all that stuff. That's his moral compass there, and it doesn't go much further than that. It really doesn't go any further than that. So when we talk about divesting, I'm like, I ask myself, well, what, divesting to do what? Divesting to go where? Where's the sanctuary? Y'all really believe that non-black men or white men have some sort of higher moral standards or higher moral behaviors than any other man? Like, you really believe that? But a lot of you do. A lot of you do. Like at the stream, y'all, while I'm in the midst of talking to you, give me a like, please. And while I'm at it, I guess I'll introduce myself. For anybody who's bumped into this channel by accident, I am Salkis. I'm an artist, an author, a poet, a relationship expert, spiritual advisor, life coach, and a medicine woman. I don't deal in level up nonsense of any sort. You got to go somewhere. Let me retract that. Let me not say nonsense. I don't deal with anything level up. If you're trying to be a sugar baby, you're trying to get a millionaire guy. Who's calling me? You're trying to get trying to snag a millionaire or something like that. You want a certificate to be wife certified and all of that. I'm the wrong channel for that. I deal with our emotional issues, our feelings of inadequacies, desperation. Those are the things that I deal with women who by society standards are deemed unattractive, lower than the status quo, misfits of society, let's say. And for the most part, we got to kind of define our worth, because everyone else is saying that, no, you don't deserve anything, so we can abuse you. So I am here as your life coach, because that's a term easily recognized, to help guide you through the muck and the mire called society and the fallacies of the hierarchy, the fallacies of social currency, the fallacy that this woman is really intrinsically better than you, because her position is held together by you. It's held together by you and your anger, your frustration, your self-doubt, your begging, your jealousy, your envy. Her position is held together by the glue of all of your feelings. So this is the thing I'm trying to train us to think, because a lot of us really feel helpless. We really, really feel helpless. The hierarchy exists. There are women, lighter skinned women, fair or not fair or whatever, it's not an illusion that they're more sought after by black men. And not just lighter skinned women, but it's a certain phenotype. Because if you're dark skinned and you have a small nose and a small mouth and aquiline features, you get a pass too. And if you're dark skinned with not so broad features, you will feel that you're better than another dark skinned woman who has a broad nose, broad lips, broad shoulders, and whatever else. And you'll make it known that you're better than her. So when we talk about who is better than who, that narrative never ends. There's no sanctuary. There's no safe haven. You're in a group of dark skinned women. You're sizing each other up there too. There's always one that everyone's going to decide is prettier than everybody else. So there's really, trying to escape it is not the answer. Trying to shame people into respecting you is also not the answer. Showing anger, jealousy, and envy is not going to get anybody to reform themselves of the views of the prejudices that they have of you. You can't shame anybody into doing it, right? And although a lot of you try. On this channel, I talk a lot. Who's that that donated? Thank you for the donation. On this channel, I've been called a mammy, because I don't know. I guess I don't condemn brothers enough for a lot of women. I don't bash them enough to suffice, the emotional needs of women who feel desperate and powerless. And I won't do that because we're included in our mess. We are the only ones that make black men. So we can't divest from what we create. A lot of y'all don't want to hear it. You're like, ain't got nothing to do with me. But it does. It does. Because the black men that have wronged you are black mothers. And these black mothers are our sisters, our friends, our aunties. These are also women that we look up to. These are the women that we tell our secrets. They know where our bodies are buried. They know all the little embarrassing things about us. We come and we allow them into our home for shelter, safe havens, security, shelter, a new start. We allow them into our homes, into our lives. We befriend them, and alongside befriending them, they have their own agendas. So when we talk about these men and what they do, who they pick and what they like and all that kind of stuff, I'm trying to impart some wisdom upon you. And I'm the only one that's doing that by telling you that these men have help. These men are not having these views by themselves. Most people that you know have views that are supported by a network of people. Very few people you meet really have independent views. People want a club. People want the camaraderie. They want to feel safe. They want to know that what they think is normal. So when you have a man who's a colorist, his mother knows it. Every woman that he slept with knows it. His sisters know it. He has a support system. He's not an outcast for his thinking. He's supported in the way that he thinks. And there's a lot more of his support system. There's only one of him. But he has a mother, an auntie, a couple of sisters, couple of nieces, and every woman that he's fucked are okay with his views about you being less than, you being nothing. And these are the same women that come to spaces like this and rah, foam at the mouth, talk about how, black, you need to divest because you're a mammy and black men don't want you. Those women that hoop and holler and pretend like they mad are the same ones that criticize you behind your back. They're the same ones that when they pillow talking with the dude that they've been chasing down for the past 2 years or whatever, and he talks about who's ugly and who's not, and she goes, I think you're right. She agrees with him until it doesn't profit her anymore to agree with him, until she doesn't get what she needs out of him. All of a sudden now she's been wrong. But all up until that point, she agreed with his philosophy. It was all right. She wasn't that insulted because she opened in her knees. So she wasn't too insulted. There are more of those types of women out here than there are of that one guy who has that view. He has that view with support. His baby mama knows it. Everybody. So there's a lot of hypocrisy going on with us. And I always say, you don't have no allies out here when it comes to this thing called status and what types of black women are wanted and who's not. For every man that says, black women are trash, every woman that he's slept with is aware of it. And she's friends with you, pretending to support you, pretending to, sympathize and empathize and to be comrades in the plight of being wronged by men. And she may have been wronged by men, but she still thinks she's fucking better than you. You won't know it though, because she's telling all your other friends how she feels about you. And that's what it is. Thank you for the donation. Hollips. Thank you. So this is why I don't, you're not going to hear me bash black men because he has a mom. He has a mother, and however she raised him, whatever their relationship is the reason why his views about us, he's shaping his views about us based on his experiences with the women around him, whether it be his mother or other women that he slept with. He doesn't come to that conclusion on his own. And this is why I can never lean on it's just men. Not at all. It can't be. That's not mathematically correct. It can't be. So I don't know what y'all, expect to happen when you divest. I mean, how many of these non-black guys are beating down your door? Men are men at the end of the day. You're going to be objectified. You're going to be fetishized. You're going to be quantified based on how you look. And then they're going to tell you you need to bring something else to the table, right? And usually the requirement for you bringing something else to the table happens when you're not pretty enough to just go by looks alone. So it's what else do you pay? Do you pay bills? I mean, you got a vagina and all of that, but you're not, your whole setup there ain't really what I'm I'll be settling there. So, how can we supplement it, and increase the value here? Do you pay bills, woman? Are you submissive while you're paying the bills? Are you going to give me lip while I require you to pay bills? Are you going to do what I asked you to do? Am I going to be the king of the castle, even though half of the show, or maybe even 60% of the show, you running it, you're financing it? Are you going to make me look good out here? I mean, that's what this thing is. That's what this thing is. How many brads are chasing you down? You say you don't want black dudes because they don't want you. Well, how many brads want you? How many brads want you? How many brads won't fetishize you even worse than the black men that you fraternize with? White men pump and dump too, White men make single mothers out of black women too. Hello? That still happens. That still happens. Look around. You can look on YouTube alone and see that. You ain't even got to go far. You ain't got to go far. Men like to play on the women's proclivity towards jealousy and envy by instigating competition. I love when you quote me, Wisdom. As the quote says, I want to love a black man so well that he forgets that the entire world is against him. They show up for me as trauma. There it is. There it is. I am not going to say that we are not used as cleanup women for a lot of these men. I've told y'all that before. A lot of y'all are the therapy sessions. A lot of y'all are the mammies, let's say. You're the one that he can get a hot meal and an open ear from when the woman that he loved destroyed him. When he wants to mend his broken wings, he comes to you, demanding that you be fair. That you be fair and honest with him. When he didn't demand that from the girl who broke his heart. He expects that from you. So there's that part. There's that part too. Yes, they sure do. A lot of busted brads and Dusty David. Oh, is that? I didn't know there was such a thing as Dusty David. Thank you, Omega, for the donation. Sharing a little of my Queen Day blessing, selfless way. You are a light to the world. Oh, thank you. I got one texting me every day. Feminine Lounge, who's texting you? A Brad? Is a Brad texting you? Many men in my family have girlfriends, wives who are mixed or white. Black women need to find a place, so Brad sounds good. Better than Ray Ray in the projects. All right. Do you have a Brad, Amanda? Have you found one of your own? Because that's what a lot of y'all are saying. A lot of saying, you want to go ahead and find you a Brad and live happily ever after with a Brad. But I find that a lot of women who come to my channel insisting that I change my narrative are not happy. They've divested, but they're not happy. So I don't know what that's about. I'm like, if you divest, aren't you supposed to be living your best life? How can you be even more miserable, even more convoluted, even more unsteady emotionally? If you truly divest, I don't even know what you're on my channel for. Because these same hoes that come here, they don't, they're the ones that would criticize me just like they did, just like they're doing now with Dr. Dre's wife, calling her a man. They did that to Usher's wife. What's the one he divorced, the dark woman? They called her a man too. She was old, she looked like a man too. Y'all women are hypocritical. Hypocritical. And it's just funny how so much opinions float around. When these women want to leave bad situations, here come you same women saying, well, you're not good enough for nobody else, or you're not good enough for the divorce settlement, or the reason why the relationship didn't work out was because you're unattractive. It's women that say that. And we holler about superficiality of men when it's women. They put a cape on, they start running. Oh, she's hurt. Let me go turn the knife. And the first thing you attack is a woman's looks. Y'all same ones that be in the mirror praying to God that if you could get a do-over and look like somebody else. Praying to God for some plastic surgery money. Wishing you could be born again so you didn't have to look how you look. Y'all the same ones that run and berate other women and clown them, and because you like to see other women suffer. Women like to see other women suffer, Let me say it again. Women like to see other women suffer. They enjoy it. And why do women enjoy it? Because for the most part, the average woman is just jealous. She's jealous for a reason. She's jealous for no reason. She's insecure. The average woman is insecure, so she's jealous too. Either jealous or envious. And envy is worse than jealousy because envy is how people get killed. Envy is how people get robbed, killed, maimed, and all that kind of stuff. So envy is worse than jealousy. And the proclivities of women to be jealous, it activates as soon as you hit puberty. As soon as you start becoming aware that you're feminine and you got boobs and hips and butt and someone can actually respond to you based on your body, that's when the neurosis starts. That's when you start trying to do things to appeal to other people to get that feeling of worth. It starts as soon as your hips and your boobs starts growing. It's a wrap. We go crazy. We start comparing ourselves to other women. And these same women that, divest from black men, these women are not your friends. I know a lot of y'all like them because they sound like they're supportive, but I'm telling you as the dark goddess, they're not your friends. Because the moment you find a little bit of happiness, you think they're cheering for you in the background? Well, why he pick her? I look better than her. I got XYZ more than her. What is it about her? Isn't this what women say? When you do find a little bit of happiness, well, she overweight. What does he see in her? This is what all women say. Allies, where? I'm a dark-skinned woman living in this skin suit for a long time. I understand the hypocrisy better than probably everybody on this live. I've been initiated. Figuratively and literally. I understand the politics of groups. I've been in black nationalist groups, and there's colorism in there too. There is no safe haven nowhere. And everywhere you go, where there is a hierarchy based on how you look, women are in support of it. Men can't do this kind of stuff without a female support. You think when a colorist guy gets with a girl, she doesn't know that he's a colorist? You think the women that are with these men do not know that he has a little fetish for color? And you think she doesn't exploit that? Very few of them have a real problem with it. A lot of them like, well, all right, payday for me, woo. They know. And then they turn around, it's wrong for men to do this and that. Wrong. But you're getting your bills paid. He's paying your bills. He's paying your bills. You're exploiting him. So how wrong do you think it is? The hypocrisy, y'all. The hypocrisy of it all. And you spend your whole life wishing you were somebody else. Because you believe in the lies that everyone is telling you. Instead of making up stories of your own, you believe in the lies that everybody is telling you, men included. You're intimidated by men who have no self-esteem, whose self-worth is caught up in the acquisitions of women, how many females he can get. His clout is based on how many women he can abuse and manipulate. And you let those predators intimidate you. You let other women tell you you're inadequate too. Women are right there with women are the first. Don't I tell you, women are the first to offer you the inadequacy spiel. Usually it's your mothers telling you they wish you were born looking like somebody else. They were hoping that you didn't come out looking like their dad or something like that. It's your mothers first. Have I not said that before, you, GC? Have I not said that before? And y'all spend so much time pointing the finger at men as if they are not groomed by women. As if all the women that he slept with hasn't turned him into the disgruntled whatever he is that he is. That is him now. You waste your whole life wishing that you were somebody else. And you think that women don't have anything to do with that? You think it's just the men that broke your heart? Who you think it's just the men that have broke your heart or pumped and dumped you that makes you feel inadequate? You think there aren't women involved in that mix too? More so than the men? Brads tell black men why you like black women? Huh? I will work with Pookie over Brad. Crusty Jose. Lord, I ain't going nowhere till I see a plan. All men are the same. I don't want Ray Ray sending me to the clinic and beating me in the projects. In the meantime, I'm alone. Where y'all? What? You don't want Ray Ray sending you to the clinic and beating you in the projects? So what y'all saying is that we are everything that the eugenicists claimed that we were. Idiots, retards, monkeys, incapable of intelligence, incapable of love. We're animals. And then you have the nerve to be Black Lives Matter. You have the fucking nerve to be about Black Lives Matter, right? That bullshit. Well, what you think about your own people is that we're incapable of basic human emotion. We're disease-ridden, unintelligent, subhuman people. That's what you women believe about the men that you give birth to. Because the truth is, you're not separate from him, although you might think you are. And maybe Brad he wonks, he talks that shit in your head like, oh, you're not them. That's game. That's game. And it's the same thing for you men, because you men are getting scammed too. You men are running behind these women because, you got rose-colored glasses on, and you're incapable of discerning whether a woman really cares about you or not. And this is why MGTOW exists. Because you thought her smile and her attentiveness and her laying down for you meant that she actually cared about you. When women are actresses. When most women that you meet are actresses. And I'm telling you as a woman, that's what it is. And this is why women don't even trust each other. Why can't women trust each other? Because women are superficial. Women can cry on cue and it mean nothing. The tears mean nothing. Cry on cue. Crocodile tears. And it's all for a result. All for a result. And this is why y'all get caught up too. But the women who have virtue, the women who put all her cards on the table and say, you know what, I like you, I want you to be my boyfriend, I want you to be my husband, I'm ready to settle down with you. What do with her? You shelf her. You're a little too eager. I'll just put you on the shelf while I figure stuff out over here. Let me see what else is going on over here, because there might be something better than you. There might be something better than you. And then you chase the woman who you had to chase up real hard because she didn't want you. You didn't win her over. You didn't really win her over. You just negotiated correctly. She heard something that was useful to her, that was of value to her, and she used the opportunisticness of herself to gain it. But you didn't win her love. Like you think. You didn't win her love. So that's why you little nigglets that go to the DR and run behind these women who can cook and clean and sew and fuck and suck and all that kind of stuff, and then you realize, well, damn, this is just a scam. This is a scam too. It don't hurt as bad because all you had to do is send her $20 because the exchange rate is 6 to 1. So it don't hurt you. It don't feel like too much of a loss because you got some coconut bread out the deal and a little maid service there. You run your fingers through her hair. She has soft hair, so you felt a little better about yourself because her hair was soft. You guys like these soft hair girls because it makes you feel like a little less of a nigger. You don't want that nigger status. You don't want that field hand look. That's why you go after these soft hair ones, because it boosts you up. It waters you down a little bit. When people see you with her, they go, oh, he must got something. He must be somebody to pull that. And all the while she don't give two fucks about you. She's still like this. Waiting on who else got money out here? Waiting on something better than you. Some of your friends looking good. Status. Y'all dudes be chasing status and getting burned in the end. Burned. You don't want no little nigga girl. They ain't gonna make you look like you got money. I'm trying to pull myself up from the bottom. You still on the bottom. No matter how light the woman is next to or on your arm, you still on the bottom. Ask Terry Crews if he was able to wash all that black off his ass. Ask Kevin Hart if he was able to wash all that black off his ass. Ask Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy with his four-finger nose couldn't wash all that black off his ass neither. They tried. You guys tried. You guys tried. And Becky's a great actress. Because she has soft hair, so you think she's feminine because she has soft hair. And you measure us against her when we are not genetically the same at all. We're not physiologically the same. There's nothing the same about us. But you measure us. We have to compete with what we are not biologically designed to be. You're measuring femininity against a phenotype and a biology that we're not designed to be. Black women's voices are deeper than white women's. So is black men's voices are deeper than white men's. We're different. We are different. So why am I being forced into being pigeonholed into this thing that there is nothing about me, not the hair on my elbow can even be that. Not my pinky toenail can help me be that. Why can't we set our own standards? Why are we measured against what we're not? But everybody's trying to climb up out of the lowest part of the totem pole. You're trying to escape the niggerdom. You're trying your best. Kim Kardashian is she a billionaire now? I think she's a billionaire now, but she's still always, no matter how much money she makes, is going to be just a Kim Kardashian. She's not going to have brunch with the Queen of England, even though she's a billionaire. Kim is always down here, no matter how much she makes. But we revere her because she's higher than us. But she's still low class. Still. Surgery ain't gonna change that. Money ain't gonna change. None of that gonna change that. None of that's gonna change that. Y'all stop being intimidated by people. And this thing called, upper echelon. You dudes like women that maybe your friends would clown you if you were with her. Maybe, her look wouldn't increase your status, but you like her, right? Don't discredit her. Don't throw her away because of your pressure to conform. Because a lot of you guys that are sneaking around here watching my videos, listening to my channel, you guys are gonna be old and alone. You're gonna be the male version of the cat ladies that you think, every black woman who doesn't look like nothing is gonna be. Your balls are gonna be in the toilet bowl water. You're gonna be shitting on yourself. You won't be able to get a hot meal because the nurse's aide only comes over, she brings her boyfriend, she screws her boyfriend in the spare bedroom. She doesn't even clean your ass or make you dinner because she's busy. She got a spot to go with her man. That's what you're going to be. Why is that? Because you passed over a woman that would actually be there, ride or die, be there for you. Thick or thin, struggle or not, she's prepared to do a life sentence with you. But because she doesn't look a certain way, you go, no. And you chase after the girl that comes with a laundry list of conditions. That at the moment's notice, any of those conditions fall short, she's out of there. And this is who you clown us with. The chicks that don't care about you, y'all are gonna be alone playing with boo-boo. Sit, boo-boo, sit. Good dog. Earth. That's who's gonna be your friend. That's who's gonna be your friend in the end. There's a guy that I know who recently got his foot amputated. And I've known this guy since I was 18? No, 17. I've known of him. We're not close or friends, but I've known him that long. And I knew all the women that he was with. Beautiful women. Women that cared about him. He was always able to get, pretty decent women. And he dogged all of them out. All of them. Nobody stayed because he had to play the field. One was just not enough. He had to have the 4 wives. That bullshit. The 4 wives shit. That never works. That's a higher turnover rate than just having a boyfriend. Oh, well, I need me a couple of wives. That nonsense. So people play house with you for you got a good maybe 1 or 2 years tops on that sister wife shit. And then everybody goes, well, damn, ain't no more money. I got to share my toilet with this chick. I got to share a toilet and the dick. I might as well go off on my own. He had all these women that were like, I care about you, flaws and all. Flaws and all. And he ran them all out. Eventually started getting sick, in and out of the hospital, all kinds of diabetic complications. Nobody to take care of him. Nobody to make sure he didn't eat sugar and all the stuff that, you're not supposed to eat. Nobody to clip his toenails and, make sure you get the doctor's appointments and all that kind of stuff, because he ran everybody away. And eventually, Sandman came with, for pay. And they took one of his feet off, and he wanted to take the other one too. Where are all the women that he dogged out? He had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to settle and just settle and live. But the playboy in him. And where is he at now? Home alone. Nursing a stump, needing a CNA, and ain't nobody coming to check for him. Nobody. So that is the reality that not only women, not you little nigglets that like to scare women into you're gonna be alone, you guys are gonna face that same shit too if you don't prioritize your shit. If you don't turn on your discernment light and understand, like, okay, I gotta prepare for my future here. I gotta see who I can build with. See who can be the mother of my children. See who has the, not just the booty, but the character. So that if something happens, she doesn't get ghost. Or if something happens, she's gonna be there to at least help me, nurse me back to health. We're gonna be bouncing grandkids on our knees and all that kind of stuff, thinking about their future. It's real out here. It's real out here. Thank you for the donation. He said, I'm a man, I love your channel. I appreciate that. I'm happy to see women like Eve and Serena. It's not the norm, but I hope they are as happy. Your channel gives me life. Keep dropping the gems. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Female oriented. I'm getting healed. I can't explain it. Aw. Listen, a lot of men on the back end have told me that my channel has helped them see things another way. I get support from men too. Because I'm just about the real. A lot of you chicks that are about swirling don't have anybody. They're not bringing your phone either. Brad is not ringing your phone. So I don't think it's beneficial to just say I'm going to divest, because number one, you don't really mean it. Because if you're on this channel watching a nigga girl like me, you don't really mean it. You're saying it because it sounds like you're you're authoritative and you're in control of your life and your emotions, and you know you got choices and you're godlike because you got choices and the choices and the choices. But you're a sitting duck. A lot of you would be hopeful swirlers are really sitting duck. You're waiting to be picked. You're still waiting to be picked. You're still waiting to be picked. And it's even slimmer pickings in the arenas that you're now trying to get somebody to notice you from. Why is that? Because now you need training for Brad to see you. You can't even be yourself. You need to go through a course. You need a correspondence course to get ready for Brad to want you. And they already have alumni. They already have graduates of these correspondence, these wife school courses, and these swirling courses. And people, there's hundreds of women already graduated, and they don't have nobody. They don't have nobody. So you can hope you do it like Serena, and I hope you get happiness like her too. Her and Meghan Markle and the rest of them. But how many Serenas are out here? How many Meghan Markles are out here? And when you look in the mirror, can you definitively say, I got a chance on that too? I got a chance to get me a Reddit dude millionaire. He's gonna just stumble on me while I'm at Walmart shopping. The dude from Reddit is gonna bump into me in the self-checkout aisle at the Walmart that I go to Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. He's gonna bump into somebody like me and go, oh, I've always wanted a woman like you. You don't say. I don't know, man. Let's see. Show me. Show me. Spiritual women will always have a hard time with men, too easy to see through them. Hey Joe, it's been a while since I've been here. I'm amazed that they are still complaining and talking about other black women. If they're complaining, then nothing has changed. No, unfortunately not, Joe. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed with black women. Black women are still complaining about what they can't get, about who doesn't notice them, who looks like trash, and we're still criticizing other women, other women's worth and their value based on how they look. And that's not going to go anywhere. And that's why the average woman is miserable, insecure, lacks partnerships and relationships in their lives because, deep down she doesn't like herself, and we won't admit to that. We'll talk about this is the problem, he's the problem, men are the problem, that's the problem, and we don't look within. I had a woman come to me crying because their non-black husband asked to see their real hair. It was pitiful. Wait a minute. Someone came to you crying because their non-black husband asked to see their hair? So what was she crying for? She didn't want to show him her hair? I'm trying to figure out she was scared? Was she crying because she was scared to show him her real hair? I don't know, the way y'all describe Amanda's beyond damage. Amanda, I'm trying to figure out why you're here, Amanda. I don't support swirling. I don't condemn it, but I'm not a channel that supports it. And obviously that's where you're at. That's where you're at emotionally. And I'm trying to figure out what you're doing here. Not just you, but there's quite a few of you that just you come here and pretend that you got it all together. You've divested and you're supposed to be happy, but you're not. So then why pretend? You ain't got to do that for me, because that's a waste of time. Can I just say that? You don't have to pretend for me, because I'm a woman too. So that's a waste of time. I know our shit better than anybody else. I know how much bullshit we do. So just, when you come to this space, say what you need. If you need a therapy session, you can sign up for one. I coach all kinds of women. I coach women who swirl too. And you're not going to hear me say you shouldn't do that and you shouldn't. That's for you, your priest, and the man you're fucking. Y'all got to huddle together and work that out. Y'all got to huddle together and work that out. This is about being real, about positioning and being okay with the decisions that you're making. And not just making them because you just feel that there's no other choice. Or that this particular group of men, like nobody's going to want you. Listen, we all know women who smell bad. I know women who smell bad. Their hygiene is not only questionable, it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's hellfire and brimstone bad. It's damnation bad. And yet they always have men. I know women, you can smell them 10 yards away, and they have men in their lives. And these men don't look like, they ain't missing teeth or anything like that. They look like regular ass dudes. And I'm like, does he not smell that stench? Like, how does she always have a man? There are chicks that, when we talk about attractive versus unattractive, they're on the lower end of the scale, and they still have men too. So so then it has to boil down to energy. It has to boil down to your beliefs and your energy. And I keep telling y'all, if you're in conflict with what you believe and what you want, you're going to neutralize everything, and you're not going to get anything. How many of us know women and we're trying to figure out what is it about her that men run her down? What is it about her that she seems to have good luck? What is it about her? If she falls, she get right back up. What is it? You want to know what it is? Is that she isn't in conflict with what she believes, and you are. You don't really want Brad. You don't really want to divest. Any woman that comes here ain't really about divesting. Any of you Jewish dick-sucking whores that come here ain't really about divesting. You're trying to convince yourself. You need a sounding board. You need a punching bag. And because I look like a nigger girl, you feel that it's easy to verse me. You feel that it'll be easy to verse me. And then you find out that it's not. That I'm not just some nappy-headed whore or ankh-worshipping whore or whatever it is like that. I don't just sip coconut water here and go with the flow. I can go as deep as you want to go. You're not really divested if you're here. You're confused. And it's all right. I wish more of you would just admit it. Send me an email. You can email me privately and let's talk. You ain't got to rah sis boom bah out here for me because you're a bullshitter. You're a bullshitter, and I want you to know that you are. I want you to know that you're being the typical woman, and I understand it. I understand it. But there are women who you outpace, that get more than you do because she is not in conflict and you are. You feel good about yourself, but you don't feel good about yourself every day. You feel you're the shit based on who's in the room. You don't have the level of delusion that these other women have, that no matter who's in her space, she the shit. And those kind of women, you call them crazy. Don't she see herself? Why she think so much of herself? Why does she think so much of herself? She doesn't leave any room for your opinion. And while you're pretending to be better than her, you're waiting on someone else's opinion to validate you. That's the difference between you and her. That's the difference between you and her. There's other places besides the project. You don't have to be in the projects to get beat. Amanda's still talking about projects? Amanda, what's your deal? Projects are full of the saddest stories ever. Black women I ever had to take their kids out the house because of the poor family structure in the house. You are really throwing around stereotypes, Amanda. What are you? Now I gotta ask what you are. You don't have a clear avatar. You don't even have a picture up, and you're slinging mud about people, and you don't even have the balls to even show your face. I don't know what you are, but you're throwing around a lot of stereotypes. I can't forgive black men for what has been done to me. This she devil. If you listen, perhaps you will learn. Oh, it is she devil. I figure that. So she devil is Amanda. You have changed your profile, Amanda. I believe this is about the 5th or 6th time you've changed your profile and come here to harass and berate and spew your anti-black male stuff. Do you understand that you're warped? You're warped. You're delusional. You're crazy. So you need something more than divesting, because you suck Jewish dick and you still don't have no peace. You have a Jewish husband. What are you doing here? Why not start a channel so that you can support other swirlers? Instead of changing your profile every time I block you and then coming here spewing the same thing about the black men that you hate. I'm sure your Jewish husband wants his head washed right now. You need to go and do that, Amanda. She devil. Every time I turn around, this same whore is changing her profile and coming over here with the same shit about black men ain't shit. Black men don't want you. They're not worried about you. So I'm trying to figure out what your point is. You come here to antagonize. I don't understand it. We get your point. You like white guys, and you don't like them that much because you don't even like your husband. So talk about that, Amanda. You don't even like the husband you married. You're not attracted to him. These are your words. But he pays the bills. So you're frustrated. You got a Brad and you're still frustrated. You still feel inadequacies within yourself. He hasn't leveled you up. He hasn't given you a higher status. You don't feel it because you don't like him. And you're frustrated. You really need a session with me. You don't need to be antagonizing me here on my damn lives and keep changing your profile. What you need to do is book a session so we can talk about what you need to do and the healing you need to do. Because obviously your divesting hasn't cured your low self-esteem. The fact that you're sucking white dick doesn't make you feel better about yourself, because if it did, you wouldn't have time to be here doing what you're doing here. Y'all kill me with this shit. Why can't y'all just go in peace? I don't bother nobody. I don't be on none of these hoes' profile, none of these hoes' channels. I don't go to none of their channels. There's a few guys that I go to, like Willie Williams, because he's funny and everything. He talks about relationships too, and a few others. But the women I don't fuck with. You're not getting my view count. You ain't getting my view count. I'm not even curious. I'm not even curious because it's the same rhetoric. It's the same pretense. It's the same pretense, pretending that you got that they allies with you when a lot of these hoes laughing behind y'all's back. A lot of these hoes are still critical of you. You're not going to escape that. Stay coming here with the bullshit. They ain't coming here with the bullshit. Y'all can fuck, listen, I said it before, you can fuck whoever you want. You can be with whoever you want. How many times do I have to say the same thing? I don't care either way. But if you come here making claims of what I have the potential to get, of who I should be with, of me having to divest because of how I look under the guise of help when it ain't really help because you're demoting me too. You're saying someone that looks like you, Selkis, why aren't you thinking like this? So you categorize me too. You're no different than the men that you claim hurt you. You're no different than them. You're pretending to be a comrade and you're not. You're just as bogus as these colorist men. Just as bogus. You're just doing the female shit. I suffer too. And this is typical, y'all. This is what I'm talking about. Y'all have to be careful. Y'all have to be careful because there's a lot of Amandas out here that are pretending to care about your interests when it's all self-serving. It is all self-serving. They want you to fail too. They want you to fail too. You got to watch women like this. Where my admins at? Where my admins at? I can't compete. It's not about a competition, Amanda. And if you listen, instead of hearing, listen. I always tell my UGC comrades, it ain't about competing. I don't have to compete with you, Amanda, because what's for me is for me. You can't block what's for me. You can't interrupt what's for me. You don't rank me. You don't place me nowhere. Whatever I want, I can get. That's the point. What authority do you have over me? Compete? Competition? Either somebody like you or they don't. You don't understand that? Where my admins at? Can somebody block her? We're going to block you, Amanda, so you can make another profile and come back again. Let me give you some work to do. Let me give you some work to do. The colorist men are at least honest. Yes, they are honest. Yes. Colorist men, you ain't got nothing to worry about from them. Not usually. You want to do that expresses that outwardly. But people like Amanda will befriend you and think they're better than you too. People like Amanda, there's a lot of Amandas out here pretending to have your best interests at heart, and it's all bullshit. You see how she said you just mad because you ain't this. You just mad because you can't do this, and this. That's what usually comes out of their mouth. After they tell you you should divest and you don't fall for that shit, they tell you, you're a lower rank. What's wrong with you? Nobody wants you. What's wrong with you, Selkis? Y'all gotta be careful. Divesting from black men is not going to help. It's not going to help. She'll be back. She'll be under another profile, and she'll be back again. Crazy bitch. And she got a right dude. Crazy bitch. I'm like, no peace. Listen, you guys that are on this channel, you better have a criteria of a woman who's emotionally balanced as top of the list. Not her booty, not her boobs, or nothing, but emotionally balanced. That needs to be at the top of your list. Because it's crazy chicks like this that'll divorce you when she's bored. So a person like Amanda will divorce you when she's bored and take half your fucking money. Because she fucking cuckoo. Mentally unstable. Mentally unstable. Don't compete with women because I'm me, I stay in my lane, beautiful or not. I'm me, only me. Thanks for teaching me how to become better connected to self. You're quite welcome. Y'all, and I guess to end this live, I'm gonna end it by saying on that note, which is you don't have to compete with anybody. That's not your role, that's not your goal. And if you really check and take an inventory of all this so-called competition that you've been going through, how many times have you won? What have you won? What do I win, Bob? How many times have you won in competing with other women? Did you actually get the guy? Or was he always with somebody else while he was with you anyway? Was he always with the girl that you thought you beat him out for? Wasn't he always with the other girl that you thought you went up? Wasn't she always in the background? It's bullshit, y'all. Bullshit. You don't have to compete with nobody. Either you want it or you not. And that's it. That is it. Exactly. It took her no time at all to reach to the insults. We constantly complain about all the names we are called, but any woman that disagrees with their rhetoric, they are quick to name call. And Neff, that's the point. The insult, you just gotta wait them out. You gotta fish it out. But it's always there. These women who claim to be supportive at a drop of a hat. At a drop of a hat, they will throw insults. The same as these men. On the same level, the same intensity as the so-called men that they're telling you to get away from. These women are no different. Y'all stop thinking women are different. We're not. We don't use brute force like men. We use tears to manipulate. We use tears and sadness and victimhood to manipulate other fucking women. That's what women do. So don't go, well, she's a woman and she understands. Bullshit. You are alone. Have I not said that before, UGC? You are alone. Alone. You gotta work out this thing called your life. You gotta be in authority over your life, your mind. That's your charge. That's your charge. Men really don't understand how diabolical women are. They think they do. They think they do, but they still fall victim to feminine charm. They still become victims of it. Still. Even the ones that claim to be savvy, I don't love these hoes, and it sounds good in theory, but they don't know the level of connivingness, the level of debauchery women are capable of. They don't know. Men can pretend, but for so long. Women can pretend forever. Let me say that again. Men can pretend, but for so long. Women can pretend forever. And that's what makes us different. That's the dividing line. So you guys that are on this live, that aren't saying anything, that just like to see my mouth move, I'm telling you, I'm imploring you to really look for substance. When you're criticizing us for not measuring up to the white woman that we can never be, look for substance. Look for your reflection. Stop chasing around women who look at you as little rats too. A lot of y'all are work mules for these women you like. A lot of y'all are work mules for women that you like. It just is. And what's the difference between them and us? We actually think you're somebody. That's the difference between those kind of women that you chase and us. We look up to you. We admire you. We want your approval. Those women that you chase don't give a fuck about what you approve of, because they know they got you. So that's the difference. So stop looking over what's good for you. Don't wait till you have a peg leg, till your balls are hitting the toilet bowl water to decide, oh, I want something real. Don't wait till you're half dead to realize that you want something real. Plan now for your future. Plan now for your future. That's what I got to say on that. Keone says, stand up, UGC. Yes, stand up for real. Y'all are the cream of the crop, and y'all don't even know it. UGC, we are the mothers of civilization. We are the glue that holds this thing together and keeps people from going batshit crazy. It's us that come for therapy and healing and restoration, is it not? Is it not? You don't have to beg nobody for acceptance when they come into you to be restored. They come into you to get back on their feet, and you're begging for acceptance from them. How, Sway? How? Not at all. Not at all. Take your place. Take your place, UGC. A lot of men that I follow are talking about semen retention and how they shouldn't let women suck the life force. Why can't more men adopt that mindset? We would be further as a people. I don't know if semen retention is really an answer to anything. I mean, if I don't know. I guess it would help. I don't know if that's the ultimate solution to what's going on with relationships. Semen retention? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it isn't so much retaining your sperm as it is, the frequency of it. I think people have sex too frequently, and that's what burns you out. That's what burns you out. But, that's a whole nother topic right there. Amanda's back? Is she? Under what name? She'll be back. If she ain't back, she will be. I expect her to be. They say men lose so much vitamins through letting go their seed that they eventually develop prostate problems. Yeah, that too. That too. Women hold the morality of the people and set the standards for how all masculine men treat the feminine, myself included. Yes, kid. Kidano is absolutely right. We are the ones that hold it together. Like it or not, that's our crown. That's our charge. That's our crown. That's just what it is. You're right. You're absolutely right. So we need to enjoy that post. How do you deal with passive aggressive behavior, ladies? Passive aggressive behavior. Loneliness is nothing more than a passing mood. Yeah. Did you see the trending movie 365 Days on Netflix? It glorifies choking and toxic alpha male energy because the main character is attractive. Did Dr. Africa mention BDSM as a perverted? Well, Dr. Africa is very, as far as sexuality goes, I mean, his take on it is that most of what we do is perverted. Most of what we do, how we have sex, we don't make a ritual out of it. It's purely for enjoyment, or like along the lines of emptying your bowels. That's really what a sex session is nowadays. It's sort of like a bowel movement. There's no rhyme or reason to it. There's no meaning to it. There's no setup for it. It's just something to do. So not only are you doing it too frequently, the things that you're doing within it, a lot of it is not heterosexual either. a lot of what we do in the bed is not a heterosexual act. So that's another thing. It is what it is. It is what it is. So a lot of these guys who claim it heterosexual, who watch porn and do and invite toys and insert things in themselves, or like to insert things in other places that shouldn't, are not meant to be inserted. There's that. There's that. There are a lot of men now, if given an opportunity, they would have sex with men. They would. If there wasn't a stigma behind it, I think we have a lot more men who like men than we realize. And I think a lot of these men who like men are the ones that give women problems. I think the majority of them who are frustrated with women are the ones who actually would prefer to be with men. There's a lot of sweet boys out here. There's a lot. More than we realize. So this is one of the other reasons why I say, relax on feeling bad about how you look and what you do. A lot of these suit and tie motherfuckers, they can't protect you. You got to pull out your own gun. You got to go to the gun range and learn how to shoot for yourself. There's nobody protecting you. These dudes that want feminine women, it's because they feminine themselves. Oh, she got to be feminine and feminine and feminine and feminine and all this, feminine talk. And it's like, well, dude, do you know how to start a fire? Do you know how to build a fire from scratch? Do you know how to hunt or go fishing? And if we needed to go hunt for deer meat or something like that, you know how to do that? So when they talk about all the, what feminine and feminine and feminine, and they all metrosexualized, you got to open your eye and go like, you want a woman, but what you doing as a man besides getting suited and booted? Like when the shit hit the fan, where you gonna be at? You gonna be behind me? He'll probably be behind you. Y'all, there's that too. There's a lot of dudes that like a lot of dudes. A lot. What do you think about August Alsina's interview? Do you think the Smiths found a new way to be married? I didn't really catch. I saw the interview, but I really wasn't listening or paying attention to what he had to say. My thing is, I'm still not sure why he's coming out. Why he's outing them if he supposedly cares about Jada so much. Like what was the point in letting everyone know at this time what they did, what they shared? Like what was the goal? What's the goal other than clout chasing? What's the goal of trying to destroy her brand and her status, her marriage, and whatever else? I don't get it. I don't understand the point. I will say he's very effeminate himself. He's very, I saw pictures of him, I think in some sort of underwear, photo shoot. He was just in his underwear, and I don't know if what I saw was Photoshop, but it was definitely incredible what I saw. That amount of size on somebody that skinny. I was like, I don't know if this is Photoshop or not, but that's floating around. But he seems very soft to me. Some people are saying, if the roles were reversed, Jada would be called a pedophile or something. I don't understand that part. Wasn't he an adult when they supposedly got together? I don't know what the pedophile thing reference is, but they're saying that she bewitched him. I don't think so. I think he saw something he wanted, like most men do, and he, you know, sought after it, and maybe he got a little comfort, but she's denying it. So all I can say is, according to her, it didn't happen. According to her, it didn't happen. But you know, for them to be saying that she bewitched him, if she was able to bewitch him, it's only because that she wasn't totally available. Had Jada been a single woman, he would have fucked her and left her. Allow. If Jada was single and not a woman, you know, tied up into a marriage, a whole marriage and a family or something like that, he would have done what he probably been doing. Fuck you and leave you. He'd have fucked her and left her just like he did every other girl he probably been with. Now all of a sudden he bewitched. He only bewitched because she wasn't totally available. They always get bewitched when you're not all there emotionally for them. That's when they go, oh, I love you. I don't know why I love you so much. I can't stop loving you. And with all this love he got, he still outed her. With all the love he loved her, he still outed her. So it's bullshit. It's bullshit. They wouldn't say the same if it was a young woman. And that also. That's the point too. They're saying because Jada's an older woman. So older women are always demonized. Older women are always placed in the category of crone, witch, hag. That's terminology for older women. You got to be a hag. You got to be a witch. You got to be evil as an older woman. And it's funny how the label attached to being an older woman is that of it's negative, and you're thought of as evil, and at the same time, that's when you come into your full wisdom. So again, women are demonized for their power. Their power to persuade, their power to get what they want, is always going to be demonized. Men can rape and pillage their whole life, and nothing's wrong with what they do. Nothing's wrong with what they do. Women just having a desire. Oh, you need exorcism. That's what's wrong with you. He came from a broken home. He is young and infatuated with her because he had a shaky relationship with his mom, and Jada cared for him. All right. Well, then according to her, her role in his life was to help him heal from that, and that she did not have intimacy with him like he's saying. So we don't know. We don't know. How many young girls come from broken homes? How many young women come from broken homes, rough families, rough situations at home, and then pick them up like the wounded birds that they are and dust them off, shake the dirt off of them and pretty them up or level them up or change them and, mature them. What do we say, when we start having sex with men? Now I'm a woman. Before I was a girl, now that I'm taking dick, I'm a woman. It is what it is. It is what it is. If this rumor is true, it proves Will, in fact, has a side piece himself. There's no way a guy would be okay with that unless he was creeping too. She probably got tired of his... Ooh, wait a minute now. STD, Well, he maybe he did. Maybe he did, maybe he does. I mean, that's been a rumor in their relationship for a long time. So, We don't know, guys. We don't know. I hope for the best. I hope for the best. Um, you gotta make these people sign forms before you open your mouth and take in dick, so that they don't come back later on and want to confess their sins at your expense. You gotta make them sign an NDA or whatever you call that shit. Because they love you today and then tomorrow they want to profit off a story off you. That's always the case. When ego get involved with love, you forget you love them. And then you got a point to prove. Then you got a point to prove. There's really no reason why this guy had to reveal this, if it's true. None. She got tired of the doo-doo in front his drawers? What? So you don't suggest women be emotionally vulnerable to men? You can be whatever you want to be. The troll is back. Is she back? Y'all ladies always steady want to be emotionally vulnerable to men. And you don't give it time. You don't test the spirit to see if it's true. You think being vulnerable means that you're closer. Being vulnerable means that you open yourself up. You open yourself up to not only manipulation. You open yourself up to the spirit realm. Even spirits can possess you when you're emotionally vulnerable. It's not just the guy laying next to you. It's them and the unseen too. You want to be emotionally vulnerable, and he's already got you down to, he knows how much your pinky toenail is worth. He got a price tag on your pinky foot, and you're worried about being emotionally vulnerable. Perfect example of men running behind women that never truly wanted them in the first place. Then they will use her as an excuse for all the maltreatment that they will dish out in future women. Absolutely. 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 It's like as I said, don't give a man all four chambers of your heart. Exactly. You're not supposed to give anybody all four chambers. You go crazy, y'all. This is why women are batshit crazy now. You lose your mind when you give your entire heart away. You're unable to think. Your whole ability to reason, to be objective, goes out the window. It's hard for us when we're actually saying to be objective. It's very hard for human beings in general to be objective. When we're talking about heart matters and you're giving it all away, you tend to live as a lunatic. I want y'all women to know that. You tend to live. You're functional, but you're a functional insane woman. You become functionally insane when you do that. You gotta know that. That's just what it is. The fact is that Will is one of the most powerful men in entertainment and beloved worldwide. Take true, disciplined men to pass the groupies. Well, I mean, I've never heard about Will being with any groupies. Have y'all? I never heard of him being in any scandal with groupies of any kind. So there's that. I don't know. Tisha Campbell already suggested that the truth will come out that Will and her husband Dwayne Martin was sexually involved for years. Wow. I'm just saying. It's a lot of men that like other men. And they use women to front, you know, sort of to keep their masculinity intact. I mean, that's what they're saying about Dr. Dre right now. That his wife of 25 years was his beard. They call women like that the men's beard. It's a lot of women that are beards for these men who won't own up to what it is that they really like. It's a whole bunch of that, you know. I don't know. I don't know. You thought Jada was a lesbian too? Who knows? Selfish when you can be above the law of morality seem to go out of the window. I don't like how Dr. J beat up on D Barnes. Yeah, I saw that documentary too. He beat up on a few people, so I can only assume that his wife probably had gone through some physical stuff with him too. Because men who beat women, you know, that's what they do. They don't ever. To me, I never heard of one just never doing it again. If that's what they do, usually that's what they do. I've heard Will was with YouTuber named Liza Koshy. I've also heard that Will lives in London with his girlfriend Heidi. Wow. Wow. Something about him that always creeped me out. So, because my dad stopped after a while. Stopped what? Stop beating women? So we're going to act like Will Smith and Dr. J don't touch their toes? What does that mean? Don't touch their toes? Listen, listen. Who was that rapper dude that got caught with a tranny? I think now he got a GoFundMe because he's broke. What's that rapper dude name? Eight Ball and is it MJ? Am I saying it right? 8 Ball and MJG? MJG? I think he's MJG out the 8 Ball and MJG. I want to say. And he got caught getting slobbed down by a tranny too. A lot of these dudes be, you know, they be on that shit. They be on that stuff, and you know, she got to be feminine, and do want to get bent over. And the dudes want to get bent over. Oh, Young Buck. Oh, okay. That. I heard people need to come back to their own reality and stop living in others. Yeah. Him and my mom would get into fights a lot, and he stopped once they stopped talking to each other. All right. Thank you, Kim, for the donation. Thank you. YouTube is deleting your comments. I don't know why. All right, y'all. So I guess we've come to the end of this live. You know, I have to jump on here, put this thing back into perspective. You can divest from whoever you want. You can't divest from yourself. Wherever you are is you meet yourself wherever you are. If you were a white man, you're still gonna be you. You're still gonna have low self-esteem and question your worth and have bouts of depression and think you're not good enough. No man in your life cures you of that. They just can't. There's limits to what a man's love can do for you. There's a lot of women that are loved and they're still depressed. So y'all, it's about looking within. It's about looking within, and you're welcome to have your options. Explore all your options. But please, men are men, are men, are men, are men, are men, are men. Not just black men, all men can hurt you. All men can fetishize you. All men can be colorists, including white men. Y'all, please, including them too. So we need to stop all this nonsense now. You can't run. You can't run. Wherever you go, there you are. That's right. All right, y'all. So I'm glad y'all came out and hang out with me a little bit on this holiday day. Y'all go ahead and eat your casseroles and your barbecues and all of that, and I'm gonna hit y'all up on the main line maybe tomorrow. We'll see. I appreciate all the donations, and for those of you who haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that. For those of you who want one-on-one personalized coaching, counseling, mentorship with me for whatever problems and issues or challenges you're going through, shoot me a line, info@theuglygirlsclub.com, or sign up at theuglygirlsclub.com for a coaching session with me. We'll set it up via Zoom. You do it by telephone or Zoom. Bring your pen and a pad, and we can have some fun and hash it out. Mm-hmm. Did you enjoy the live? Did everyone enjoy the live? I hope everyone did. I hope everyone did. The majority, wait, let me see what, the majority of colorists are non-black. Where do you think black men receive this conditioning? Cadano, can you please repeat that for the peanut gallery in the back? Because they don't really understand this thing. They don't really, they think that white men aren't colorists too? Where do we get this from? You divest from black men because they don't like your features, and you think white men aren't categorizing you also? Where do we get this logic from? You think non-black men aren't saying, well, you don't look too much like a nigga, so I could deal with you. Or you look, you think they're not evaluating you with the same lens? Men are men, y'all. Cut it out. Cut it out. Period. That's right. How's your new home environment? I love it. It's peaceful. It's peaceful is what I needed. Thank you for asking. Exactly. They created colorism. They created it. And I'm like, you little hoes that want to suck Jewish dick, you run to the people who created colorism to begin with. Oh, they love us over there. They love us. Okay. Did I watch Farrakhan's speech today? Oh shoot, I missed it. I was supposed to watch it. Will he ever mention he got Malcolm X killed? I doubt it. Maybe that would be a deathbed confession. Some years ago, I was talking to this black woman at the bar of a restaurant, and she was going on and on about how much better grads are when one she was dating walked in with another younger black woman. That didn't happen. Did it really happen? Did that really happen? How embarrassing. How embarrassing. So what is the solution for black women in dating? solution. There is no universal solution. You take you wherever you go, and however you feel about you is how you're going to be evaluated by someone else. The respect that you enjoy from somebody else is because they have a reason to. It's because they have a reason to. It's because you set up the environment where they have no other choice but to acknowledge your existence in a favorable way. There is no universal, oh, this is what all black women have to do, because all of us have our own pathologies to deal with. So if you feel defeated, you have to work on that. If you feel intimidated by other women, you have to work on that. If you feel less than, if you feel ashamed of yourself in any way, shape, form, or fashion, you have to work on that. Men can get what they want more easily because they don't have that shame factor that we have. They don't have that need to be agreeable, the need to be compliant, that's beaten into our heads as little girls, that we should comply, we should be nice. Isn't that what we're told when we're little girls? You should be nice. So that's propagated to us as soon as we start our periods. Even before we start our periods, that we need to be compliant. The boys could take our toys because boys will be boys and girls should be nice. So you need to get over your fears. You need to get over your fears of men, your intimidation of them, the inadequacies that you have. Those are what you have to face, because those are going to yield you results. Those. You walking around, you don't represent every black woman. You represent you. You don't represent every black. You don't represent me. You don't speak for me. When someone looks at you, all they see is you. All they see is you and how you feel about you. So stop the we. It ain't no we at the end of the day. If you feel bad, you're gonna get a result. If another woman who doesn't look as good at you as you do, feels good about herself, she's gonna get a result. And the twain shall not meet. She's not vibing on the same frequency as you. So you need to get over that. There is no solution other than looking in the mirror. None. None. At the end of the day, it's all you. It's all you. Yes, you compete with the woman in the mirror. And that's it. That's it. Let me see. All right, y'all. So you said you felt embarrassed for Tiffany? I would have felt embarrassed for her too. Listen, you don't praise no man just because he like you. A lot of y'all give all this praise because the dude like you. That's not praiseworthy. You praise what a dude do for you, not how he feel about you. What does he do? What does he do? The whole like thing. Oh, he's there, yeah. Because he like you? Damn that. All right, y'all, let me go, because I got to get some barbecue going. Save yourselves from the heartbreak, disappointment of finding refuge in a certain ethnicity, nationality. Instead, look for any man that nourishes your unique existence and propels you further in life. Oh, that was poetic. I love that. I might have to steal that. That was poetic. Yeah, you're not gonna find no safe haven in a white man. Y'all cut it out. Y'all know it ain't true. Y'all know it ain't true. You want to believe it's true, but it ain't. It ain't no refuge nowhere. It ain't nowhere. You ain't gonna be high value to nobody if you hate yourself. It don't matter who it is. It don't matter who it is. Some of y'all pretending to be high value, and then after years and years, of pretending, and you start to slip up, and then you find out, well, you ain't really all of that. Then the divorce happens, then the cheating happens, and you back to square one again. And that's what you're seeing with all these swirling chicks. A lot of these swirling chicks are single mothers now. They be having all kind of YouTube channels, and now they single mothers now too. Hello? Hello? What happened to a happily ever after? Where the fuck is that? Where is that? He gonna give you happily ever after? If he can give it to you, a black man can give it to you too. I don't, you know, we gotta stop this. Y'all feeding into the same stereotypes that condemns us all. Some of y'all dumbass black women feed into stereotypes that people think of you too. You think you're separate from it. You little short yellow bus chicks think you separate from the condemnation that you have for black men when you're all lumped in together. You all useless eaters. You divesting from them, but you look like a useless eater too. Hello. We need to stop that. Single mothers with mental issues and severe self-loathing. All of that. All of that. Brads are leaving these chicks to handle these little mixed babies by themselves. Their brads are leaving these chicks. Don't get it twisted. They leaving them. They're leaving them. No refuge nowhere for you. You got to build your own sanctuary. You got to build your own sanctuary. All right, y'all. I'm out of here for real. I gotta go. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. Gotta get some barbecue. So I'll be back on tomorrow. Who hasn't liked the stream? Can I get some likes? For the 4th of July, can I get some likes? Like the stream, please. If this has been enlightening for you, if I have helped you in any way, please like up the stream. Help me to help you. Whitney, you just getting in on. Y'all, Rosemary, put the Cash App on there. If y'all want to send a donation there, that would be great too. That is preferred because I get it all in a Cash App instead of YouTube be on some mafia, me on some mafia stuff. So don't be afraid to put something in the Cash App. Like up the stream before I go, y'all. Thank you. Is it Miss T? I appreciate you. Yes, big up the channel. I'm trying to get to 20,000 subscribers. Y'all gotta help me. Y'all gotta help me get to 20,000 subscribers. I want the numbers to increase. There are women who need me. They don't know that I exist, and they need to get this tea. They need to get this black pill. I need y'all help to do that. You can't just keep me all to yourself. I love you, but the world needs me. The world. I don't think I'm accelerating fast enough. I need to get to 12,000. If I can get to 12,000 subscribers by July, by August, that'll be nice. So y'all gotta help me. Y'all gotta post these videos in those singles groups on Facebook y'all at. Y'all gotta post it. My video was on Lipstick Alley. Really? The one about Itasha? Wow. I wonder what people say. Really? All right, that's cool. You found me on Lipstick Alley? Wow, nice. Nice. I don't even know what Lipstick Alley is, but whatever it is, I appreciate it. Were they digging the message? Wonderful. Even though they're harsh, even you know how harsh they are. Oh, okay. I mean, it is what it is. But y'all gotta spread this thing, because young girls, 16, 17, 18, the Atashas of the world who want to attempt suicide to get attention, they need this black pill. They need the UGC philosophy so that they can redeem their souls, like literally, so they can redeem themselves. So y'all gotta help me do that. I'm here for all the girls that feel ugly, all the girls who feel rejected. I'm here. Mother is here for you. I gotta help my girls. Just thought that suckers don't know what that is. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I'm in a bubble. There's a lot of shit I choose not to know. Really, it's a concerted effort not to know certain things. Y'all have to try it. I don't want to know everything. I don't want to know everything. Y'all ain't trying to get me depressed. I don't need to know everything. So that's it. That's it. All right, I'm out. Peace and love. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.